Hey, welcome to another episode of Cigar Talk with Aaron and Dean. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dean.
Obviously, we're outside today because it's 60 degrees out in March.
Amazing.
Wow. We had a little technical difficulty, so we're already pre-lit.
What are you smoking?
I am smoking, when we did that magazine article, I'll put a link up to it up there. Your go-to cigar was the Griffin, so I said, you know what, I'm going to grab one of these and see what Dean loves about this, and I actually am enjoying it, especially a morning smoke.
Yeah, so the snafu here is that I want to always smoke the same cigar at the same time when we're filming, so we both get our opinions of it. We had a really nice guy that Aaron met at a cigar lounge that said, I want you guys to, sample this cigar in your show and tell me what you think about it. And when I went a day or two later and I went to pay my bill, the guy said, oh, so-and-so left this for you. And it was in a bag. I opened it up and there was one cigar. and I said, yeah, he meant well, but we need two because it's Aaron and Dean. It's Dean and Aaron. It's not Aaron. It's not just Dean. It's Aaron and Dean. So we need two.
But it's nice. Once in a while, we can smoke something different.
It's an awesome cigar. This is a Byron Reserve. And it's full of flavor. This is a high-end cigar.
So last time we smoked the Atabey, when that's the same company, correct?
Atabey, Byron, and Alfonso are all by Alfonso.
Those have really been my favorite cigars lately.
I've been smoking a lot of them.
Atabeys.
I like the size of them. They have a 6x60 that I really like. But this cigar is on point. It's a good cigar.
And what a wonderful day, and we're outside.
Yeah, man. We're here.
What's been going on? Anything with the acting?
So, since the strike's over, I haven't worked. I've been auditioning my ass off, and I got a few things going, irons in the fire.
Always about irons in the fire.
Yeah.
More things you put out. The same with the music.
Hill is ready to go. I mean, God willing, and I got a couple of auditions at that Gravesend show, and I'm very optimistic about this spring and summer, How about you? Music. There's a lot. I heard you've been talking about Universal.
I mean, it's just like crazy stuff. So TikTok is one of the biggest social media platforms. Even though we're on YouTube, we do have a TikTok account. I'll put it up there and you guys can check us out. Sometimes we post what we're smoking. But Universal Records decided to take down all music from Universal artists. So that means Taylor Swift. That means Drake. I mean, really big artists.
They can't have their music on TikTok anymore.
That's right. And even if you're a songwriter for Universal Publishing, any song, even if you own 5% of that song, they would still take it down. I mean, it's just... Wow. Now, this is for the big artists. I see what they're doing. They're trying to get more money out of TikTok. They're saying they're not paying enough money to these artists to have their songs on there. But if you're a young artist and you're just starting out, TikTok is such a marketing tool.
So they're doing it to help artists, but actually they're probably hurting just as many artists as they're helping.
Yeah.
And an artist, to me, case in point, doesn't matter if you make $5 a year or $5 million a year. If you're an artist, you're an artist.
That's right.
Some people are more fortunate. Some people got lucky. Some people, have more talent, whatever. But an artist is an artist.
And hopefully they work it out. Hopefully they make some kind of deal and Universal artists can get back on there.
Is Best Day of My Life on there?
Let me check.
Come on.
I haven't checked.
Are you kidding? That'd be the first thing I would check.
We're good.
So it's there.
It's there.
So if that video didn't just come up, you would say you're banished as well?
I'd be banished as well. And I'd be like, well,
that would be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
There's a boss of Universal Records that lives close to you. We might have to go knock on his door. I know where you live.
I'll send you.
Yeah, that's cool. You know how every week, every month, whenever I go through a litany of emails and I try to take the kindest, funniest ones. And many of these guys we know, but many more of them we don't, but I feel like we know them because I do respond to these emails and they email us and respond and
the comments,
and some of them ask really good questions. It's just amazing that the vast majority of our emails are about my stint on Kitchen Nightmares. It's amazing. It was years ago.
Dean, it's still one of the funniest episodes.
I mean, I walk into places and I'm on the TV in the place. I was in a lobby in Manhattan, in the lobby of a big building with jumbotrons all around, and the guy I'm with goes, bro, look up. I looked up and it was me on Kitchen.
Oh, that's awesome.
And and thankfully,
So tell us how it started. Give us some inside scoop. Was it scripted? Did they just give you a script? Did you just
no,
write?
it was definitely not scripted. It was unscripted.
How did they pick you?
So I went on an audition for a film, and I went to this casting director in the city, and she was very attractive, and she said to me, "I noticed in your bio that you own and operate a restaurant. Would you be interested in being on this new Fox television show called Kitchen Nightmare starring Gordon Ramsay?" I had recently been in London and I saw that dude on a show and he was hilarious. I said to my wife, "Look at this guy. He's cursing people out. He's throwing stuff at them. I see he's a maniac."
Great personality.
So I said, "Is that the guy?" She goes, "Yes." So I said, she goes, "If you're interested, send me something." So on the train home, I had my laptop. I sent a little paragraph to her and, hit send, and that was the end of it. I get back to work. I come home that night, 10:30, my office phone rings, and it's the casting director, and I'm pumped. I'm like, yes, I got this role. And I answer the phone, hello. She goes, "Hey, Dean, it's so-and-so from so-and-so casting." I said, "Hey, how are you?" She goes, "Good." She goes, "You got a minute?" I said, "Sure. What's up?" She goes, "Well, I kind of got good news and bad news." I went, there's a caveat. I said, "What's the bad news?" She goes, "The bad news is we're going to go with a different actor on that film. We went in a different direction." I said, "Okay." I couldn't imagine what the good news is. I'm like, "What's the good news?" She goes, "Well, I think we're interested in pursuing your restaurant, the Old Stone Mill, on an episode of this Kitchen Nightmare show." I said, "All right, whatever." So we'll be in touch. So next thing you know, a camera crew shows up at the restaurant one day and they want to interview me and like watch me in a day of my life. So they're filming me in my restaurant, going all around. I'm open, people in the dining room. And then we're in the back room and we're doing an interview. I'm sitting on a stool and this girl's asking me questions, cameras. She said, when I talk to you, I get like this vibe, like, you're dressed, your hair's coiffed, you're manicured, you have all your logoed china, like your ego. And she goes, "Are you a gangster? Like, you look like a gangster." And I said, "I do." I said, "You look like a Jew." And she looked at me and I took the mic off and I said, "This interview's over." And I walked out. Now I understand I'm an actor. I'm playing this.
Yeah.
I need to stand out. So
You didn't really mean it. It's just
no, right. I said
But
that
hey,
to
you
get,
defended yourself.
I had to get a
little
rise
bit, right?
out of it.
Yeah,
And she called me a gangster.
Yeah.
So I went in the dining room. They tried to come in. I said, no, beat it. And then finally, one of the camera guys said, "Can I talk to you?" And he explained that if they don't finish the show, none of those guys get paid. And I, being an actor, and I get it, I said, fine. I go back in, I put the mic on, and, she's sniffling, and she says, "I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it as a racial slur." And I said, "I'm sorry too. Let's go." And we finished the interview. And so when I meet Gordon, when they finally chose me, he goes, "Do you know why I chose you, Dean?" And I said, "No, Gordon, why'd you choose me?" He goes, "I'm sitting in the Fox Theater out in Hollywood, and you're on a 40-foot Jumbotron, and I'm in a room full of suits. And you called that young gal, said she looked like a Jew, and you could have heard a pin drop because the vast majority of the suits were Jewish." He goes, "I stood up in the middle of the audience and I said, 'That's the guy I want on my show.'" So it worked, and I've never told that story before. So that's
that's awesome. I love that.
yeah. Hopefully, I won't get hate mail because I'm an actor and I was, trying to get a rise and contrived.
What did he say that pissed you off the most during this thing?
So they were trying to provoke me, that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, he's coming into the dining room and I see all the PAs coming into the dining room and lining up behind the fireplace off the shot, like a security team. And I'm like, what is this dude going to say to me now? And he gets in my face and he says, you care more about the way you look than the restaurant, and you don't care, and you don't. And I told him, I care more about this place than you cared about anything in your life. And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Did I stutter?" And he almost started to laugh. When we cut, he went, "Where did you get that line from?" I said, "My father used to say it to me all the time." When I would say, "What?" He would say, "Did I stutter?"
Did I stutter? I just told you how I feel about this place.
Anyway, that catchphrase caught on. Like, there were shirts, and they had me on talk shows. Ellen DeGeneres, Jay Leno. They were showing clips of me all over the world, and they all wanted me to say, "Did I stutter?" And there it is.
If other people have more questions about that show, you open, they could leave us a comment and we could answer any questions from that.
Yeah, I'm going to get. I mean, I get so much hate mail about that show still to this day. I get I mean, the guy just did a documentary on me, and he was pretty unbiased. And I actually emailed him, and I said, thank you for your unbiased opinion of me, because he told the truth, killed me, then did his research, found out that I'm more than just that Kitchen Nightmare guy, that I'm an actor, and that we do this and things, and anyway, I still go places, and that's the number one thing that I'm recognized for.
God.
I was at 30 Rock with my wife and kids looking at the tree. And I walk in and these cops are there, and they went, "Yo, bro, Gordon Ramsay." I went, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, can I take pictures?" So these cops were
I thought
taking pictures with me. And I'm like, I do other things too, But anyway, it's nice to...
that restaurant, have you ever been back?
So
what happened? When did you...
So this is a true story. They're all true, but this is an ironically true story. When Aaron and I decide to do an episode, we pick a theme. We pick topics that we want to talk about. We don't script it, but we question each other with a question that would prompt one of us to give an answer that might be entertaining or whatever, insightful. I went back into the old stone mill 3 days ago, Thursday, for the first time since the day I walked out.
And the day you walked out, what, 5 years ago?
Oh no, I walked out of there. I walked out of there in 2011.
Oh wow! And
Yeah.
first time you went back, this is
Wouldn't go
Thursday.
back. I wouldn't go back. It was
Ooh,
hard. It was
bring
hard
back
feelings.
memories?
Yeah, it was hard feelings, and I just didn't want to go back. But I went in, and I'm with a few people, and they knew that it was my place, and they're like, "Is it weird being in here?" I said, "It's bizarre. It's like I never left. Like I'm sitting right here where I was. I'm looking at the studs in those walls, in the little nuts. I put those in. I painted that. I cut that. I mean, I built the place." And when I was leaving, the hostess saw that I was kind of looking around a little bit, and she said, "You look so familiar. Have you been here before?" And I said, "Yeah, a couple times." And I just walked out. So that was pretty bizarre.
Did you ever do a cigar night at the
Many.
restaurant? Really?
Many.
So how did that work?
It was outstanding. I had
Who
a back.
provided the cigars? And
So before I got to the Tobacconist of Greenwich, Mikey was young then. It was in his inception days, and Jimmy was there, and Jimmy was very busy, and I would buy them online or get them shipped, and then and a lot of the guys that go to that store and other stores in Westchester, Republic and all those places, they would come.
Moms down in Yonkers.
Yeah, Moms was big, and then I started getting them from Jimmy and at Tobacconist of Greenwich.
Oh, you did?
And Mike, yeah, I mean, you know why? Because he would come.
Yeah.
The other guys, the internet guys, they're not coming.
Yeah.
He would come and he would bring guys, and we would have a hoot. I went for Flaming Peking Duck the other night.
Ooh, where?
Put up a picture. It was amazing, and down in the city, all the way downtown, and it was freaking amazing.
What do they cover the duck with to make it light up like that? Just regular oil?
I think it's booze.
Oh, it is.
I think they might pour some kind of booze on it, because that thing, I mean, you'll see the picture. I mean, it went up, and it was beyond good. I met some friends from Staten Island, so it was we kind of like a halfway point downtown there, and we just had a blast. We'll put up a pic of that, but we need subscribers. We need you to hit that button.
Yes, do it.
Just do it. It's free. I mean, come on, subscribe.
Yeah. Tell me about that cigar. How's the Byram smoking? The draw looks a little tight.
It's outstanding.
Okay, good. It's good.
I don't want to rub it in. It's outstanding.
Thanks. No, the Griffin is always a solid standard.
Now, when the guy that gave us this cigar sees this show, he's a gentleman. He's going to realize that I didn't know I was supposed to give
I met
two.
I didn't know. He was the nicest guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. I didn't know I was supposed to give two. I'll give you another one next week. And I mean, it's great. He's not in the cigar business.
Yeah. No.
He just wanted to do it so we would.
He enjoyed the show. He wanted you to review the cigars because he wanted to buy a few.
And he wanted to buy a box. So he said, "Let me know what you think of it." And
I want to try that next. I've been really loving the Atabays every time I'm at Michael's Tobacconist of Greenwich. By the way, they have a dinner coming up. I believe it's
June. Yeah.
I'll put it up.
We'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be there. Yep. So spring is here. Baseball's here. I'm trying to do.
Oh, did you watch that? It's like pregame now, right?
Yeah, it's spring training.
Anybody good? Any Yankees got a chance?
Yankees always have a chance. They brought in a couple of really good acquisitions. They brought in a couple of outfielders. They brought in Juan Soto. I mean, he's one of the best players in baseball.
What position?
Outfield. And they brought in Verdugo, outfield,
Oh, all right.
lefty bat. I mean, so their offense, if they play to their baseball card, is going to be tops in the major leagues. It's, always comes down to injuries and pitching. If their pitching is there, they could have used another pitcher.
So it's the same pitchers as last year.
Yeah, but one of them's back from injury, Rodon. This Blake Snell, he's been available, and Bauer is available, and they wanted a lot of money, and teams shied away from them. And, this isn't the George Steinbrenner Yankees anymore. He would have bought them both, but now the Dodgers are the new George Steinbrenner team. They buy everyone. I mean, they just give out hundreds of millions like it's monopoly money. I mean, it's $50 for a hot dog at their stadium, so someone's paying for those guys, but it's just not right,
I heard Las Vegas might get a team this year.
Yes, well, soon. I think you're right. I think it might be Oakland.
Oh, Oakland.
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah. The A's are looking for a home. It's oppressively hot there. Oppressively hot.
Well, that's
So-
where the Super Bowl just was, right?
Correct. So I guess it's a dome.
Oh, it's covered.
It's got to be.
Yeah, so
you
it's
can't
all
play
air
outside the
controlled.
desert there. You'll get crushed. I did something, and I'm going to do it again tonight.
What do you got?
I played pickleball. Pickleball's
I
crazy.
kind of targeted towards older people, Dean, than you. Like more.
I'm older than you think. But so
Tell me about it. It's
I
like
show
a
up,
tennis, right?
I show
But
up for the.
small.
It's like a combination between tennis and ping pong. It's like right in the middle. And
I want a picture of
I
you
get
playing
out there and I'm stretching. I want to stretch real good because I'm out of shape and I don't want to get hurt. And I read up that it's the number one orthopedic injury in the world right now is pickleball. So I'm like, I don't want to get hurt. So me and my buddy Mike that took me out there first time, he announces to everyone it's his first time, so maybe they'll be kind on me, just slamming the ball, hit me in the head. They were not kind. They're some of them are just
And it's a racket?
it's a paddle.
Like a ping
I just
pong
bought one on eBay.
All right.
I bought one on eBay.
Did it get shipped here yet?
I should get it any minute. And the guy said, "Don't buy it on eBay. Buy a new one." I'm like, "Yeah, they're like $200 new." I bought one for $100, like used twice. So but these two old guys, old. I mean, I would say late 60s. And the guy that brought me goes, "Oh, these guys are ringers. They play they're here 3 nights a week. They play." I said, "I'm not afraid." So they beat us 11-0.
Oh, wow.
The first game, hitting the ball behind his back through his legs, like rubbing it in.
Skilled.
I wanted to kill him at the end. I said, "You know what? I played a bunch of games, and by the last, I played 8 or 10 games that night, and then by the end, I was competing. I played some tennis in my life. I played a lot of baseball. I have decent eye-to-hand coordination.
Yeah.
And I got out there and did it, But my son said something funny. He goes, like, you feel like I could do this. He goes, but you can't. Like, you think you could do it. He goes, but you can't. I said, I know, but I feel like I can and I should be able to do it. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tonight.
I love it. I'm going to join you. I want to try it.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
We'll
I'm
have
in.
a hoot. It's a great workout.
Oh, wait.
Uh.
What's James and Sons?
Oh, we got to do a shout out. We got to do a shout out to these guys I met over the weekend. They own James and Sons Cigar Lounge up in Saratoga, New York.
Ooh.
I met these guys. They were nice men, all into the same stuff, puffing. They're probably watching. Hopefully they're subscribing.
Or they might invite us to film there. It'd be nice to take a trip in the sun.
I'm sure they would. They would love to have it. And listen, we're overdue to visit stores. That guy in Carmel, the Vault, he's been.
Oh, yeah, we got to go there.
I've been promising the guy we're going to go there, and the guys in Long Island, and I mean all of these places. We need to really, spread it around a little bit. We need more viewers. We need more subscribers, and that's the way to do it for us to get out there.
Dean, maybe one day we'll have our own cigar dinner. Cigar Talk with Aaron and Dean dinner. And
2 seconds.
We'll find a place to do it.
We could have it at my friend's restaurant, Posto in New Rochelle. excellent place.
Really good.
Joey, the owner, and I grew up together. Place is solid. The food's good. He lets us smoke in there. He's got a back room. We could definitely blow ourselves up in there, and
We could film there, have a dinner
we
there,
could film the whole thing, and
invite 20, 40 guys.
and just whatever it is, like he'll give us a great deal, like whatever the meal is, and we'll get the cigars from one of our vendors that wants to
Help us out.
maybe provide the cigars, and I think we'll have a hoot.
I love that idea. That's coming this summer. Let's do it.
So now
The dream is over.
it's really over.
It's really over. I mean, I have another 10 minutes.
I mean, I just want to stay here forever, but stay tuned for another compelling episode of Cigar Talk with Aaron and Dean.
Peace out, guys.